Oh, did you get Vince to come in or not?
Here we go.
Hey guys, what's going on? Shawn DiCapo here with my Money Without the team. Just giving you a quick shout out on a Saturday evening, saying hello. What's going on? Basically, we've got a badass panel here. We're kind of going on the fly. So for those of you that have been hanging on, we appreciate it. We're just getting together and hanging out, and it's all good. So basically, I'm going to introduce to you, or let everyone introduce themselves, and start out with the beautiful lady, Miss D. Lake.
Hi everyone, this is D. Lake from Portland, Oregon, and I'm happy to be here with my teammates. Yeah, I'm excited about this hangout. Hi everyone, this is D. Lake from Portland, Oregon.
I guess we can go left to right. Dave, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, this is Dave over here in Tampa, Florida. I know you guys are all having some bad weather and stuff, so I hope everybody's safe. I'm here in Tampa, Florida, about 70-ish or so. So I know I got a bunch of haters now. Good to be on the hangout with you guys.
Well, I guess that leaves me. Hey, I'm Errol, coming to you live from where we just got smacked with 30 inches of snow last night. I'm up here on Long Island in New York, and yeah, it's great to be on this hangout. Really enjoy this panel. It's going to be a great time. Just buckle in and get ready to take some notes and stuff, because you're going to get some good info here.
All right.
Next.
David.
Franco.
Go ahead, Franco.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Franco Bernabé. Born in Mexico City, and then come back to Italy, then come back to Mexico City. So now we're in London. Now in Brentwood. Now it's very close to London. And basically, well, welcome to the hangout, and let's rock and roll right now, 2013 and beyond.
Woo!
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ciao.
I'm Perry Trumbull, and I'm honored to be here with this panel because you guys are looking at some rock stars here. And so pay attention, people. You're going to get some nuggets of wisdom here. Sift through it, write them down, take notes. And today I'm coming from Seattle, Washington. I'm on my little mastermind road trip. Started in Austin, Texas. Went back through California, dropping Craigslist ads all the way. And stopped there in Portland, Oregon. Spent a little time learning a bucket full of wisdom from D. Lake. And I'm now in Seattle visiting the family. Just got back online. Computer's been in the shop for 3 days. I'm so excited. So let's get this thing started.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. So I guess I'll just start a little bit, a little history of how I get involved with Money Without the. Basically, I met BJ Dollar in San Diego, right at the end there, at the last evening. And the one thing that always stayed in my mind with BJ is just his sense of humor is just hilarious, and I just kind of cling to it. It's the same thing, same kind of vibe. And we were taking videos at Empower Network conference with Isaiah and different people, and when he went to go make the video, I think Dee kind of mentions this too. It's just his natural just confidence, and all these different things always just attract people to him. So we went over and we were cracking up and having a good time. And I think the thing that really stuck in my mind, that I was like, who is that? I want to get to know who that is. And he went to go make the video on the fly, and he's just like, he sat down, he goes, well, obviously you're going to buy. And for some reason, that always, I'm not saying it as great as it was leading up to that, but what I mean is it was just such a great line to me, and I turned around and it was like, exactly, if you just keep that mind frame all the time, that, never in doubt of what your program is, or what Empower is, or what Money Without the was. It was just so great to hear someone, and it wasn't even a question in his mind. He's like, well, obviously you're going to buy. And it was just that sense of humor, and ever since then we connected and kept in contact. And then Money Without the started from being on the Hangouts and learning, and then we all met in Austin, and it's just been going ever since then. And I got to tell you, even though I can't be on all the Hangouts and other people can't, all these people on this panel I have learned already so much from. And I've only seen one hangout with Perry. I'm just now meeting Franco. I learned from him. He is just a badass online, just supporting and helping everyone. Errol, he's there whenever you need anything. Dave is always, it's just, and then Dee, she's just
No,
like a
because
light of,
it's like that, no?
everything, and it was so great to meet her in person too. You can't really even explain it. So besides the system, it's just the group that is just, it just keeps you going. And in my life, when I'm dealing with all the corporate bullshit and New York stress, and like everyone, deals with their stress, it's so great to just have people supporting you and connecting with you. And we did this on the fly today, and everyone's here, so it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
That got quiet.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, I'm
just
hanging out with you guys. See y'all later.
All right, yeah. If I could throw in something here right quick before we get really into like the meat and potatoes, this whole thing. If you look below us right here, you'll see everybody's got their name and their link up. So if you like identify with one person more than another or whatever, feel free to look us up on Facebook. I think that's awesome. We're all on Facebook, correct, guys?
Yeah.
We're all Facebook friends, and we all talk to each other on Facebook and stuff. So, yeah, feel free to look us up by the names down there on Facebook and like that. So,
start connecting.
And well, just to continue with the same conversation, the same topic, let's call it. Before, like you said, Errol, the meat and potatoes, because we all know where is that, and I'm gonna give my tips and where you can invest your money. But for what I'm discovering, 7 months in this part-time gets the point where you know what is real and what is not, and So returning to that topic that Shawn says, that by the way, thank you, Shawn, that you invite me.
Of course.
I was, because my girlfriend just returned, because she went with a friend to London. And they just come back and it's very tired, and then I just took the computer, put it up, and it was like, oh my god, this message, and then I just come back here, and then that's why. So basically, to return in that is like, it's amazing to meet people, because here everyone here knows what they're doing here and what it is. It's basically get or set you free. Like, that's why, in first place, I get to Empower Network, because it sets you free from the system. Depends regardless what is your career or what are you doing for your life, living. What are you doing for your living, your profession or whatever is your job. It's set you free and have a stream of income that you feel this freedom for you, economically or financially. So the good thing of this is that the core or everything is these two guys, David Wood, that since I started listening to this guy, it was like, oh my god, this guy is crazy, in a good sense. No, really, it's like, it really passionate. It get me his passion, it transmit me what he's thinking about what's happening with the world right now. Because personally, I study journalism, I worked for Mexican television for quite a few years, and I know what it's about. I don't know if the CIA is listening to this, and yes, guys, I'm sorry, but I just telling you try to control the world. I'm just saying, we are here, but why? But because we just want to set free of all this. I mean, if people, unfortunately, are listening to the television, it's being controlled, I can't do nothing about it, but at least I'm going to set myself free, and as long as people that are aware of it, or I can help them after. So that's why I make this connection with David Wood and say, my god, this guy's amazing. And then after that, like Errol says, and everyone is like, because you said that you have another Empower Network self, right? So I'm not saying, it's like, well, you got it, it's great. But in the beginning, I didn't know how to make the sales, and it was this process. And then now I'm in Money Without after all this process because of the sponsor. That's why the main thing. That's why when I'm start getting my Empower Network sales full %, I want to help these people and show them what to do, not leave them alone. It's not necessarily I need to be 100% all day there with them, like BJ says, but help them outsource all this and then doing it. But I want to be there. I want to take care of these people when whatever things the times come. So that's my first topic, guys. So I know that you can relate with my mindset. I'm sure. that's why I want to join this hangout, and thank you, Shawn, to invite me, because I know that your mindset is related to mine, related to the nationality. Anyway, I like Americans a lot, so it's no problem.
Awesome, Franco. Awesome. Good job.
So,
man. Good job.
the first one.
Good job. Now, is this your first hangout, Franco? Have you ever?
Yes, actually, yes. The first hangout ever.
Wow.
Awesome.
Molto bene, molto bene.
Great.
A lot of people just don't like to get on
Molto bene, prego.
Parliamo italiano un po'. Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'll take over from here. My name's Dave. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm probably one of the ones in the warmest places right now. But I want to talk a little bit about Money Without That and how I actually came about getting involved with that. With Empower Network, I seen Empower Network online for about a month before I actually joined, and I'm the kind of person where I don't just join something. You know that old saying, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So researched it, could not find anything negative. I mean, anything. Now, granted, Empower Network was brand new when I actually got involved, but could not find anything wrong with it at all. So I did the thing just like everybody does, you know, listen to Dave Wood and joined on the $25 level, and then watched his Inner Circle one, and immediately turned around and joined the $100 level. So I got in pretty quick with those two. The other ones took a little while because, you know, just like everything, we all work for a living, so you know you have to put money back for them and stuff like that. And then I'm all in now, except for the Masters, of course.
Yeah, me too.
But I am definitely planning on getting that.
Sure.
I have definitely heard there are some awesome nuggets, gold nuggets in those courses that right now we're not getting, you know, because we don't have it. But awesome nuggets. That is my goal, is to be completely all in by Chicago. So, but as far as MWT came about, I was in Empower probably for about 6 months, and I came in right after San Diego, so I missed the San Diego, and I just recently went to the Austin one. That was absolutely. And I've been in network marketing for a little while, and I can tell you guys right now that event was freaking unbelievable. I have never seen a network marketing event like that. I mean, it just phenomenal. So I can just imagine what Chicago is going to look like. It's just, yeah, it's unbelievable. So, but with MWT came around, I knew who BJ Dollar was from Lisa Diane, because I've bought quite a few of Lisa Diane's products. I didn't know that was, you know, BJ was her son, but I had heard BJ. You know, I'd heard his name before. I knew he was in network marketing. I knew he was a player, and I was actually one of the few ones that came on with the beta testing with NWT, and yeah, it's a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal product. If you're a newbie here and you're just on, and you don't know anything, I mean absolutely nothing about network marketing, you are in the perfect place right now, because what MWT basically does is it takes all of the grunt work and all the work behind scenes with sales funnels and autoresponders and everything that's involved with the behind the scenes stuff with running your business, and it does it for you. And then all you have to do is drive traffic. That is it. That's all you have to do. Whether it be free traffic through like Twitter, Facebook, Craigslist, like Perry said, he's been doing the Craigslist thing, you know, or paid, you know, and BJ has an awesome, because he is in network marketing, he has been within it for a long, long time. He's got some real tight connections as far as traffic goes, home traffic that, you know, you can't normally get your hands on. And if you join MWT, you get the opportunity to use that same traffic, and it's a phenomenal product. And I'm not going to go into all of it because I know we got other people here that probably want to talk a little bit about it. But just wanted to give you guys a head up of kind of what MWT is all about.
No, I think that's great. You did a great analysis of pretty much everything that it does. You know, it's a lot of times I think there's a lot of people that are confused exactly what does it mean, what does that system do, and they're a little confused. I think so. I think that, you know, both you and Franco definitely helped give an insight, because when people are just joining, there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn, but it's all good stuff, but you just can't do it all at once, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I'm like David, where I had to like stand back and really take a good look at it for a little while before I was willing to jump in. And at that time, I not only needed to learn how to market wellness projects that I'm working on. I have a for-profit wellness website, and I have a nonprofit wellness organization and a website for that too. And here I am building these two beautiful websites, and I have no idea how to market them. And that also at the time was looking for an website. So basically, I just started looking at Empower Network, and at the time, I had a boyfriend that was sitting next to me, and he was working on his own website. And I came across Dave and Dave and their video, and I was playing it, and here's these, you know, this long-haired hippie guy, and he's like swearing and stuff. And my boyfriend at the time, he's like, turn that stuff off, you know, what do you listen to that junk for? And I'd be like, oh, I'd turn it off, and then when he was away, I'd like turn it back on again, you know, and I'd be listening to it. And then I followed a woman who shared her journey of 3 months in Empower Network, and I watched her. She got in and she understood what you do, what it's all about, and she started making progress, and she was making sales, and she was so happy because she was a stay-at-home mom. And after the 3rd month, I thought, what am I doing sitting here looking? And why am I not just doing this, being a part of this? And so it just became something that was like a no-brainer that I needed to do. I got it, and so then I got all in, except for, of course, the master's course, which I will, you know, very soon, as soon as I can. And I was in for about a month when I realized, wow, this is like overwhelming because there's so much of a learning curve, and you've got to really take a lot of time to process all this information, because there's all these training modules and there's all this beautiful mindset information, and there's so much to learn, and that's great and wonderful, but it also can be really a lot to process. So and then I found out that my Hootsuite wasn't working, and for 3 weeks I thought I was syndicating all my messages and nothing was going out. So I felt really like, kind of took the wind out of my sails, and I didn't feel like I wanted to give up, but I felt frustrated. And then I just found Money Without That. I found BJ at a point where I was like, okay, well, I'm feeling a little desperate now, because I started this because I needed an income, and I just lost almost a whole month just flailing around doing the wrong things. And then I see BJ, and Shaz and Rue are on this hangout talking about how they did the beta testing and they were so excited, and Samantha Studebaker came out, you know, with some positive results. And so I got all excited again, and I'm like watching the video and looking at all the testimonies, and I just got this feeling like, oh my God, help is on the way, help is on the way. And so I ran to like the first people I could think of, and I was like, help is on the way, you know. And so then everybody's like, okay, help is on the way. And so people just started signing up, and ever since then it's just been amazing, because you know, I've just been getting sign up after sign up, and I can see literally how it's transforming my life. So I'm so glad that I took that first step and made that decision, because I feel like I made that decision to take a step into my own destiny. And I took a risk, and it put me in an uncomfortable situation, because at the time that I signed up, I literally was like down to the last of my money, and I had a decision that month. Do I take this money that's in my hand and do I pay my mortgage with it, or do I take this leap of faith and step into my destiny? And I took that leap of faith, and I got, you know, a little bit behind, and it's been a little bit uncomfortable, but now I'm coming through that bottleneck, and I'm coming to the other side where I can see the changes starting to happen and take place, and that's really quite extraordinary to see that happen. So I encourage people to dream their dreams and take that step, because it really does happen.
Awesome, Dee. Awesome.
Good, good, good. Errol.
Yes. Sorry, I was answering people in the chat room there. So let's see. Pretty much what they were saying, same story. I was like lost a little bit. I felt like I was falling real behind in what I was doing, because they're always impressing on you at the end. Hey, all you got to do, it's real easy. This, that, the other, get 2 a day. And I'm like, 2 a day? Oh my. I have like none of the magic list that they all talk about. I didn't even know about like Aweber. You got to set up a follow back list. I didn't see that anywhere until I got into it and started talking to other members. And it took me about a month or so to even catch up on the learning curve. But now,
Of course. Yeah.
let me tell you something. If I had money without that at the start of this, I would have been blowing this out of the water since then. I just got 2 sales yesterday. They're unpaid sales right now. They're doing their 1-day trial. But I got 2 sales for Empower Network yesterday, which one yesterday, one today. I was so excited when I woke up. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. So I got on the line right quick, and I know I didn't have to, but I went ahead and I sent him a little message because I know BJ is going to do that with the whole money with the system. That's part of it. They do your callback. They do all your copy. They do all that good stuff for you, and it's really amazing. But a little more wouldn't hurt, I didn't think. So just to make sure, I went ahead and I looked him up on Facebook. I hit him up and I said, hey, thanks for signing in for the day trial. I hope you get in there and take a good look around, and I'd like you to go ahead and sign up when you're comfortable with it. If you have any questions, I'm a real person. Go ahead and ask me. I'm here to help you. You're part of my team now. And, you got all the benefits of being on my team. And I was basically like, I kind of reworded a little bit just now, but that's the basic email I sent out just to let them know they're not just like other things I've done in the past where you've joined up and they're like your best buddy, and they're like, yes, and you can get customer service when it says, press 1 to sign up. So you press 1 and you're signing up, and then boom, not even one full ring. And, hey, how you doing? Yeah, blah, 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 your credit card number. Yeah, blah, 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 your credit card number. Yeah, and then after they get that, it's like, you got any questions here, just call us back at this number and hit option 3. Boom, so you hit option 3, sends you to, your wait time is approximately 5 hours and 7 minutes. We'll get back to you eventually, And it was like they were invisible. It was a ghost town. You couldn't get any customer service. You didn't know who your team was. There was no internet connection. It was all telephone stuff. So you were like, you had your system, and you got all this stuff, and you're all excited, and what do I do now? You read through it, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't even think lawyers could have figured this stuff out. I mean, it was just complicated. It was confusing. It was dragging you in so many different directions, and I like the way they would put in, well, all you have to do is this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, and then the Easter Bunny will bring you your check, and you're like, all right, cool. So, but that is so different. I'm sorry, I just got off on a tangent with that. But money without this is so different. You just like drop people in the top, and you pull money out the bottom. That's basically it. You don't have to know anything about your copy. You don't have to know anything about doing videos. You don't have to know anything about doing this, that, the other. All you got to do is basically think up ways to get people to look at the pages. That's it. And that's so simple. I use Twitter to do that. That's right now my favorite method. I'm just having a blast with it. I'm building up my followers and everything, and just it's phenomenal. And there's a section in the MWT where they actually offer you that. It's called a Twitter Intensive, and that was put together by BJ Dalla, and it's phenomenal. It has changed the way I do business because it's not specific to Empower Network. It's not specific to MWT. I have a photography site. I got very few hits on it. It was just word of mouth and whoever I could get a card to, basically. I really wasn't pushing it that bad. I really didn't know how to market. I'm not a marketer. And I got this Twitter method. I just said, I want to see if it'll work with that. Boom, and I just did a couple of tweets about my photography business. I made sales in my photography business now online. and that's been in the last week. And this page has been up for like 3 years. I have like 10 sales on it now. You know, in the last week I got sales on there. So it works for anything, no matter what your business is, no matter what you do. It sounds like a big investment up front when you first see it, but to realize that, you know, it is an investment. You're not spending the money. You're basically, you know, it's like if you could save that money, put it in the bank, 30 or 40 years down the road, you still wouldn't have what you could make back in a week by spending or investing that money on this system. And what you get back from it is phenomenal. It's got no limits to it. It is going to work for you just so hard and make your life so much easier because it's a simple thing. You know, you don't got to go wrestle dragons and tigers and stuff. You make a few clicks on a keyboard and you're golden. You know. So anyway, I have rambled on for more than my time, I believe. I will turn I will turn the mic over to somebody else who I believe it's Perry. So.
Okay, well, first of all, hello everybody. I just want to let everybody know that I'm a little bit of a tech idiot. I don't know a lot about computer, Google, how to work things. I am making sales though. So MWT, for the people that are new and don't really understand it, I'm going to explain it to the best of my knowledge, which is limited. When I first heard about MWT, I was a little bit skeptical. I thought that I could do everything from within the Empower Network. Now, you're talking to a person here or listening to a person here that has had no network marketing experience, no direct marketing experience, no MLM or anything. I've been in the industrial age my whole life, working hard with my hands, commercial fishing, contracting, that sort of stuff. So when I first found out about Empower, and I watched Dave, I mean, I was hypnotized. Dave, both Daves, I was hypnotized. And then I started meeting people in the community, joining some pages, doing a little research, and at the time I was doing an inbound call thing, which, you know, I made some money out of. But what happened was I met Dee, was one of the first people that actually reached out to me. And, I mean, I didn't even know how to run Aweber. Dee helped me through a lot. And she started talking to me about MWT, and I was skeptical. And I just really didn't think I needed it. So she explained it to me like this. What it is it's a front-end lead generating system for the Empower Network. And all you have to do is drive traffic through whatever sources, and for me they have to be free. So that would be my blog system through the Empower Network, that would be through Twitter, that would be through, well, Twitter's not free, but it would be through the Craigslist, which is what I do a lot of. I mean, almost everything I do is Craigslist, and the way I do Craigslist is free. I know that a lot of cities you have to pay for Craigslist, but I actually post in gigs offered only, and I usually post in talent, computer, labor, or computer. Now I get flagged a lot in computer. Those computer guys, they'll flag you, but even if I get it to stick for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, I'm generating leads in it. And I'm getting, you know, and I'm tracking these all on a tracking site. You can use Bitly or you can use track.me. But, you know, if I do an ad in Craigslist and track one particular ad, I'm getting 30 to 100 clicks in just an hour or two. I mean, the first time I did it was in Austin, Texas. I posted 3 ads, and within 3 hours I had 600 clicks and actually put 30 people into my autorespond. But anyway, so what happens here is MWT will actually do all the marketing for you, and their squeeze pages, their capture pages, are not only going to market MWT for you, but they're going to market EN for you. So you're looking at 2 different revenue streams right there. And then if you get into the Twitter thing and you buy the Twitter intensive, that's another source of income. So you're talking about 3 sources of income streams. So basically, that's all I'm doing is driving free traffic, scratching up the money to maybe start buying into some of these traffic co-ops, either through my Empower Network team or through Money Without the. I haven't really scratched the money up yet, so I haven't looked into it too far. I actually did, but my computer went down and I had to spend some money to get back online here. But I know I'm rambling on and really got no solid point to go to. I just want to let you people know that Money Without the has helped me, and where I got my first sales was the warm market. People that are already in Empower Network that are on all these fake Facebook pages, and there's hundreds of them. And if you need some, hit me up. I'll give you a list of Facebook pages to join. But all I did was post my link out there, just tell people who I am, what I'm doing, and that I was new and that this was working for me. And I generated, you know, a bunch of clicks. I mean, just the first few days when I came up to CD, I think I put 300 people into my MWT autoresponder. And then I think I ended up with like 30 leads in a few days, and I turned those into 10 sales. So
Wow, that's awesome.
that's just a warm market.
And you've been using the free Twitter basics that BJ teaches us in the back office, too.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I'd heard about Twitter before. One of my uplines in Empower Network has been using Twitter for about 6 months, and they're doing it through a person that they outsource through. But I think it's kind of a different concept than I'm hearing from people about what BJ does, because it's mostly automated. And I think that what you guys are probably doing with BJ is more hands-on and every day.
Yeah.
What I'm learning through the Twitter-based intensive training, the method that BJ teaches us, it is so incredibly powerful. And Earl is a really good example of that. Last night we were talking, and Earl was like we were in the hangout and we were just chatting Twitter, and Earl goes, "Watch this," and he was screen sharing, and he goes, "I'm going to tweet someone in Japan," and he goes, "I'm just going to reach out to some other part of the world." And I was just laughing because I thought it was cute. I mean, he retweeted something or tweeted to someone in China, and we couldn't even understand what the tweet was, and he just sent it off, and then he wakes up today with 2 yen sales. I mean, it's just amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, because I didn't really do any work yesterday or the day before. I just kind of was hanging out my spare time, kind of clicking on Twitter and doing this, that, the other, and just doing a few little things, a few little secrets. I don't even want to go with secrets, but a few little things I just kind of came up with. I opened an account 2 days ago, maybe about 50 hours ago, and I already have over 500 people signed up in it, and I've not really been pressing on it. I've just been kind of, I click here and there, go talk for a little while, then come back, click, go wander around, play with the dogs, come back, click. And I mean, it's like I go away. I had 300 people. I go away for a half hour. I think I was talking to D, and I went and looked again. I was like, I'm up to like 320. And we're talking another half hour, 45 minutes. I got back, I go almost 400. So it was like, it goes in bursts like that, and now that the list is getting a little bit more full, I notice that the bursts are getting way bigger amounts that are joining. So it's pretty exciting, and I have not been suspended yet.
I know last night Earl showed me a technique on Twitter last night that he was doing that I had never tried before, and so normally I just do, jump through the normal hoops of the Twitter intensive training, and I get my clicks out. And I typically, because people do retweet, and then when you're responding to someone, you can actually respond to 2 or 3 people. So you get more clicks off of your tweets than how many tweets that you actually sent. There's a way that just exponentially grows. So that's pretty neat. And so I get an idea of how many clicks I'm going to get from how many tweets I send. And then Earl shows me this technique, and I do a quarter of the amount of the work, and I got twice the amount of clicks. And I was like, wow, that was so crazy. And then we had so much fun talking about it. I didn't even finish going through all my tweet accounts, so I'll have to make that up later today. But, I mean, really, that's incredible.
And how long did it take you to learn that method? How long did it take you to learn it and implement it It was like instantaneous, right?
Less than 2 minutes, and I instantly, as you were walking me through it, I opened my TweetDeck, I opened my Twitter, and I opened my TrackMe site, and I just, every time I would refresh TrackMe, it would just be more and more and more and more, and I got 2 leads out of all those clicks.
Let me ask you guys a question about Twitter, and this is for the people that are watching and that are new and that are considering buying MWT. Now, from what I understand, Twitter is a front-end product at the moment and will be for a little while. In fact, they don't have to own it to actually sell it and make a commission on it. Is that true?
That's correct.
Twitter-intensive program, yes.
Although you want to have it, because if you want to have results like Earl is having and have clicks like I'm starting to get, if you want to build it up like a lot of other people are building up and seeing results, then you want to have that Twitter anyway. But if you can't, if you just can't afford it right now, it's okay, because you can still make the commission off of it being a member in money without that. And that's 50% commission, $97 a pop, man. That's
well, that's the whole point.
Two of those commissions. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, yeah.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's the front end product on the new MWT, because we had BJ originally had MWT as the front and then had Empower, but he's finding out how powerful Twitter is, so he put Twitter intensive, and it allows us to be able to get the $97 commission also up front. So if you're in the Twitter intensive group or you're in the Red Lanyard group, you're gonna get the $97 up front for the Twitter intensive and the MWT also.
And then you can use that money to buy it.
Yeah, and then you use the $97. That was one thing I wanted to bring up also, guys. When we're doing this, because we do have paid co-ops that VJ does also, and the way the co-ops work basically is it's $220 for one share, and I think it's like 247 clicks or something like that. But you got to remember, it's a low amount of clicks, but it's a very, very warm market. I mean, these are people that are looking for a business opportunity. They're looking to work from home. So these are the people that we want to, get in front of, basically. But just like Dave and Dave say, you want to take whatever commission you get, and you want to take at least 20% of that and put it back in advertisement. And when they say advertisement, they mean paid advertising, because everybody knows that's running any kind of a network marketing business. The only way that your business is going to grow substantially and very quickly is through paid advertising. The free stuff is great because you get a lot of leads off of it, but sometimes they're not great leads. I mean, you can work and you can nurture them, and they become good leads, and they'll eventually buy the product. But when you do paid advertising, you're being very, very direct in your marketing, versus with free, you're all over the place, So that's just kind of my take on that. And the big thing is you want to make sure that you put back at least 20%. And me personally, any commissions that I make off of this for the first 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna put all back in advertising. I mean, I want to blow this up. I want to be able to make 10, 20, 30,000. And be able to walk across the stage in Chicago or wherever else we're going to have the event, because we have these events every 3 months. Because the reason is because Dave and Dave believes, and I can see it, that you should be able to have a $10,000 monthly residual income in 90 days, and that is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
You hear him putting these numbers out, and to some people that's like, oh yeah, right, whatever. But no, once you get involved in this and you see the potential, because off your Empower Network products, you're making 100% commission. So every time you sell a blog for $25, that $25 goes directly to your upline, and it doesn't keep splitting up and up and up, You make $25 off each sale you make. Then you sell Inner Circle. You get that $100 residual every month. That's $125 in your pocket. Then if you have in a Power Network, you need to own the further systems to get commissioned on them, but you get 100% commission on the next three products. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can easily By one sale, you can have a $4,000 day, not a month, a day.
Exactly.
And that is unheard of because you're not splitting it with them. And this is something that this blew me away. This was the biggest sell point for me personally. Dave and Dave make their money doing exactly what we're doing.
That's true.
They
Absolutely.
don't just say, hey, here, buy this thing and I'll teach you how to make $1 million. And then they say, like the other gurus, they go, yeah, just make something up and sell it to 1 million people for $1, No, they're not doing that. They're saying, here, buy this because we use it and we believe in it and we make money from it the same exact way you will.
The whole design of Empower Network was for the little people because, they've all been there. They've been there, and they were successful because they have the knack, they know what it takes. But everybody that they'd get into their programs, no matter what it was, with Dave Wood, Amway, and many others, he would see people come on. I mean, he would have a great month. He'd sign up 10, 15, 20 people, but they'd all fall off. And he wanted to see the people that were falling off and spending the money, and he wanted to be telling them the truth. Hey, I can help you. And that's why they created Empower Network. And, it's for us. It's to help us succeed. And they are doing exactly the same thing we're doing. They've set it up that way so that they are affiliates just like we are. And, that's what I think is so amazing about it. I mean, when I was at that event in Austin and I seen all those people up there giving their testimonials, I literally cried. I mean, when I heard Tracy talking about how, she had that great business and then the economy went to crap, excuse my language, and she's sitting there on those stairs staring at that wall in her big, beautiful house. She can't make the insurance payments on all those nice cars. Everything's going away, and she can't believe it's happening to her. I've lived that. I've been there, and now I can see light at the end of the tunnel. And MWT is just another great thing that goes right along with Empower Network, and it was built for Empower Network. And it's helping people like me get the ball rolling while I'm learning this game. And I'm so excited. I got goosebumps right now. This is where it's at, people. This is going to set you free. Get in as far as you can, but start with MWT, get your front-end product, get your $25 blog, start making a buck, sell some Twitter. You don't even have to own it to sell it. Sell some Twitter, then buy some Twitter. Then get the Twitter thing going because, like Errol says, that's where all the leads are at. That's where you get it going on. You people, if you don't believe it, Google it. YouTube it. You're going to find out this really works. And all these people right here, they're doing it for real, and they're making it happen. And
can I get an amen on that?
Amen.
There you go.
And that's what I love about what BJ Dalla is doing for all of us, because he allows us, like you said, to jump in quick and easy, because to get into EN is really, it's a commitment. You're starting a business and you're learning how to market, and it does take an investment, and it's totally and completely worth it. And I agree with that. And if you can get all in right away, then go ahead and go for it. But if you can't, then BJ actually gives you an opportunity to get into something that will help you get into that's related to it. It goes hand in hand with it. It doesn't cost as much to start, and you can start generating money to help get all the way up through the levels, and that's extraordinary that someone came and tossed like a life preserver to us to just kind of help us, work our way through all the levels and make it easier for us through that process.
A good point on that, what you just brought up, it just pops up in my mind to say that, even though it is an investment for the MWT system, the amount of money that you are spending on the system is far less than the amount of money you will be losing by not having the system.
Exactly.
All that time that you're going to spend learning this, learning that, learning the other, you could have been making sales with MWT right along. It is turnkey. This is for real turnkey. It just simplifies everything, and you're there. I have to do this. I'm sorry, this is like totally off track right now, but I got to give a shout out to a couple of people. I got to say, hey, what's up, Paul? Evelyn, how you doing? We got Chantel's out there, everybody. Yay. Terry Baum, we know you're watching. So I had to give a shout out to some people and say hi and thanks for participating as our audience. We love it. It's great. And everybody else,
Definitely.
Friends, bring them in, have them watch, get them excited. Give them your link. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome.
Hey, Evie girl, is Evie on there? Evie Duran?
I don't know. I saw Linda on there, and
Linda's
she
on.
mentioned you, D.
Oh, Linda.
Everybody mentions D.
Yeah,
I
Linda's
know.
on here. Hello, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Okay, my shout out. I gotta say hi to Teresa. Gotta say hi to Efren, Jack, and Karen. All the
Nice.
people that you brought. I hope you're getting good nuggets of wisdom, and I hope you're looking at MWT.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys, I don't want to, can you first of all, can you hear me? Is my mic on?
Yes,
Yes.
you're good.
You're good.
Okay, cool. So I don't want to take us back to the beginning and all that stuff, but just to kind of sync some of everything, all those great, nuggets that you guys are like saying about MWT and different things. Basically, when I got involved in network marketing a long time ago, I always knew that the model of going and selling juice and getting people to come to your house and all that kind of stuff was not, the real ideal business model, but I knew that there was something, to network marketing. I always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and I always knew there was something to it, but that business model of me going on the subway in New York City and getting people to come to my house and buy some juice wasn't going to work.
Good place
But
to meet it, too.
I'll probably, God only knows what could happen, but it's like, I knew the power of it. And to make a long story short, that's how I eventually got into something with Chuck Marshall that eventually led me into Empower Network. That was in June. And then throughout that process, I went to San Diego. I also I knew all the time before that I was in the other thing. The power is on the internet. The power is in the internet. The network is on internet. And I came across like Jonathan Budd and all these things, and I was trying to keep up with that whole world. And then eventually when I stopped that other business, and I learned a lot. I don't regret any of it. And the product was amazing. But I knew I needed to be online, and how could I do that if my product was something that you need to drink? So anyways, long story short, I got involved with Empower Network, and I knew just by listening to Dave and all the things that we all, jumped on for, that this is where it's at. This is the deal. Now you get exciting, you go to these events, you meet incredible people, you learn so much from being on these hangouts and the different tips, and we'll obviously get more into all of our secret things, in a little bit. But what I'm saying is, the beautiful thing about being, with this group of people is being around entrepreneur mindsets, and that whenever something starts to evolve, like Empower Network, well, the reality is going to start coming out as well, that all of these people, if they're all still having issues with all of the technology and all of the blogging, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That means BJ Dollar is a real entrepreneur. He's going to tap into the fact that there's a whole bunch of affiliates that need help getting over that first hump. And now we have someone to help us do that. And I listened to BJ was on Hangouts with him for months before even Money Without that came on. So I learned so much from him and Kimberly Tilley, and he connected us with so many other leaders that I continue to connect with now that I would have never known without him. And the great thing is that Empower has, 73,000 affiliates in it now. And now think about, just besides the new people getting involved, for all of you wondering about getting involved with Money Without that, you guys, it's really a no-brainer. Seriously, it's like there's so many people that are exactly where we're at, where you're at, that will be put on a system that you don't have to learn everything in the 15K tomorrow and do all of these things. So it's like it's the answer to a world that's evolving, that's going to continue to evolve. So, for all of us, it's kind of like, why wouldn't you? But, that's kind of my 2 cents where it's at. I mean, everything that you guys have been saying as well, with the exact details of like all the different, Twitter methods, incredible. I have so much more to learn from that as well. Errol's king at that, and all of the good stuff that you learn on the Hangouts. But really, Empower is so unbelievable. But there is a mass thing that we need to get to, and in Money Without that is helping that process move along. So. For me, and I'll stop here. I know I'm rambling, but for me, it's like, oh my God, it's the possibilities are endless with the people and all the Facebook groups, the people and everywhere that are exactly where you're at. If you're in, Empower Network, and you just, you tap into that for a little bit, and that's just a whole nother world. So, and that's not even including the people that don't even know about Empower yet. So it's good stuff.
Well, here's the beautiful thing about MWT. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. for me, I can see the big picture. You know, once I have some financial breathing room, I know that I can do some solo ads. Hey, I make another one.
next time, because otherwise I can't sleep.
Right on. So you made me lose my train of thought with that mojito, man. My mouth is watering. Anyway,
Of course.
the beautiful part about MWT is that I can see the big picture. Say that, you know, I'm starting to get some financial breathing room. I start to do some pay-per-click or some solo ads and some actual paid advertising. MWT is going to market for you MWT. They're going to market for you Twitter Intensive. They're going to market for you the Empower Network. You're talking about 3 revenue streams, people. 3 revenue streams, and who doesn't want multiple revenue streams, right? And all just from a little front-end product to get people into the Empower Network. I mean, and it's a killer deal. And like Errol's saying, the Twitter, you know, that is the way to go. You're absolutely able to get millions of eyes onto your product. And it doesn't have to be the Empower Network. You can market to people that have home-based businesses, like they were saying, the juices, the vitamins, the Amway, the Visalis, all that stuff. So it's really, to me, a no-brainer. It's simple. Get the MWT. They're going to sell everything for you automatically. If you already know network marketing and you brought something over with you like a list or some knowledge, some SEO skills, whatever, it's just a little cherry on the cake to help you get over the top and get to that number that you've chosen that you want to make per month.
Hey, Perry, if I could add on something there with, you mentioned the Twitter method getting millions of eyes in any business or whatever. Now, that's something that you can market and sell that you don't have to own it to sell it, but owning it would be better because you'll have everything that's inside of it. And what you could do with it then is to market that product. Is go ahead out and let's say your buddy over there, he's selling widgets, but he's not having very much luck. So you go and say, hey man, I got something that can help you. And he's like, yeah, right, whatever. I've been trying everything, buying ads, this, that, the other, blah, 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 nothing's working. So you go ahead and you say, with your permission, I want you to watch how many people come to your site. And you go out there and you just, for a week, blast him out, Twitter him, do the whole method for him. Because it takes no time whatsoever. It really would be no burden for you. So, and think about it this way, is it worth working for a week for $100? Basically, you know? Is it worth doing a couple minutes a day for $100? Yeah. And then he's going to buy it, and then he's going to sell it, and or you know, whatever. I mean, but it's a way to market it that I've been using. I've got like 5 people I'm doing that with right now, and it's adding like minimal burden to me. I mean, because I'm already set up with my Twitter thing, and how long does it take to send a tweet? You know, you do that 2-3 times a day, whatever, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, my business! I've got." It's one guy had like, I think he had about 200 or 300 likes on his Facebook page, and it's a doctor that I know, and I started doing a Twitter method on him. He's got over 4,000 likes on his page now in a matter of less than a week. And I don't even have my list up to speed yet. You know, I just barely started doing it, but you're gonna
have to sell this.
It's going insane, you know.
You're gonna have to sell this, not give it away free.
Yeah. But I'm not going any further with it than that. If you want to know, it's all in the Twitter method, and after you sign up, you can hit me up on Facebook, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation about it. How's that?
But you got to be an MWT.
Got to be an MWT, and you got to
get into
that. Yeah.
So I have some really exciting news that I want to share with everybody, if I may.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're all talking about, you know, how we can make money, and that's all really awesome for all of us and really awesome for everyone out there who wants to get in on that. And we all know that money's great because we need it, and at the end of the day, there are more important things, and that's having that money so that we could spend time with our family and we could do what we really want with our lives. That's what it all boils down to. You know, there is a deeper meaning to all of this, and that's where the mindset comes from, that we're getting from all of the listening to the daily Inner Circle audios and getting on, you know, the mastermind calls every Monday and everything like that. And that mindset is thinking in the mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, and to realize our inner truth, our inner beauty, knowing that we're actually worth it, that we deserve it, that we can go after our dreams, that there is something great waiting to happen around the next corner if we're willing to take that step, if we're willing to get outside of our comfort zone. And I've seen so many amazing transformational stories coming out of this company, and I'm actually having a personal experience like that myself, and I just wanted to kind of share it with everyone. So like I said, I have my for-profit wellness website that I'm building, in my nonprofit org that's actually IRS approved and certified and going. And it's new, and so it's basically in the starting phases, And so when I went to Austin, after I got into Empower Network, I just let my heart lead the way. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't have any money to make the trip. I didn't have an airplane ticket. I didn't have an event ticket. I had no idea where I would stay. I didn't know how I was going to eat. I just knew that I had to get to that event. And then Krista, I think O'Connor, she wrote me a message and said, I just really love who you are and what you're trying to do, and my husband can't go, so you can have his event ticket. And I felt so blessed, and I felt like from that moment something in the universe just started to turn, and I just gave it to the universe, gave it to God, gave it to whoever was going to make this happen, because I just felt it starting to go, And I just went with it, and before you knew it, I had an airplane ticket, and before you knew it, I had 5 places to stay to choose from, and then I got there, and I got the honor and the pleasure to spend the entire weekend working next to BJ Dalla and promoting his system, and I got 37 people in my list for signups and waiting for them to come through, so that was, big exciting thing for me. And during that weekend, something phenomenal happened. I talked to Jordan Schultz, and I just had this instinctive, intuitive feeling that I would talk to him about my org, and I had no idea that he had been touched by, having a tragic loss in his life, like many of us have. And he lost someone to cancer at a young age when his friend was 21 and he was 22, and he's had family members, pass. And my org is to commemorate my mom, who I lost from cancer when I was a teenager, and my mission is to help people with wellness to keep families together so teenagers don't have to be losing their parents, because I don't believe that any child should ever have to lose their parents and go through what I went through, and so I just want to help people. So Jordan said, yes, I want to get involved. I will do something. And less than 2 weeks later, after we were home, he had started a marketing campaign for my org. And he's already generated in the first week, he generated over $350 in public donations. Darren Little donated. And today, which actually brought me to tears of joy, Rob Four got involved and donated $500 today.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm so excited about this because
That's awesome.
I don't know if any of you know, but Earl Eaton is on my list. Earl is he's registered in my org to receive my help, and I'm coaching him, health coaching him, and I'm going to be sending him now products in March, and I cannot wait to get you those products, Earl, and I'm so excited about everything that's happening. And my point was, none of this would have come to pass if I didn't take that step into my destiny. So I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and take the step into your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Keep dreaming your dreams and dream them big.
And I think that's awesome, Dee. Thank you for sharing that with us, because you're right. I think that all of us, we all love the money and all of that stuff because we're ambitious, and everyone loves money because you can do what you want in your life. But ultimately, I think for me, and it seems most of the people that I meet and empower and Money Without that, it's not just the money. It's you're able to finally do things that are dear to your heart, to your life, things that matter to you, whatever they are, and we're all going to have different whys. And when you have that why, it's like should I be in Twitter intensive and should I get it or not is like not even a question for me. You know what I mean? It's like if someone's telling me that that's how they're getting 400 people to follow them in one day and I want to get to my dream over here, then I listen. You know what I mean? So everyone's why is sometimes, usually different, but it's always the same kind of thing where we want to change our lives and we want freedom. We want to be with whoever that is, our kids, our family, travel, and I commend you on following, the fact that you had no ticket or no idea how you're going to get to the event. It ended up happening, and now you're connected to people that are helping a cause that affected you, throughout your whole life. That's huge. So, good stuff.
Yeah, Jordan is actually donating 10% of all of his earnings for the month of February to my Oregon Empower Network. So that's
I saw that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know me personally, when I started doing the network marketing, it was actually not necessarily for me to come home because I really do like my job, believe it or not. But it was more to get my wife home. She's in a very high stressful job, believe it or not, with Busch Gardens. It's not all happy and everything over there. She kind of works behind the scenes, and I know it's affecting her health and everything, and my goal is to bring my wife home, so that she can be home and take care of my two girls. And one of my girls is actually going to be getting married here probably in another 8 or 9 months. So I really, really, really need to get this Empower Network going, because weddings are not cheap, man. Holy crap. Wow.
Little girl's wedding is a good enough why for sure. Yeah. So that's kind of my goals. Is I just want to get my wife home so that she does not have to work. And what I really liked about Empower Network and also MWT is the residual. Your business is only going to grow and you're only going to stay in network marketing if you get on a program that is a residual program. Yeah.
Because that's money coming in every month. As long as the members stay in, that is money coming in every month, and then you're able to take a portion of that money, 20%, 30%, whatever, and put that back in your marketing. So, that's how you build your business, and that's how you build your business fast. So,
exactly.
One of the things that you guys are, I'm sorry, go ahead, Shawn.
No, go ahead, and I'll follow up after.
Okay, I just want to talk to the people out there that are watching and say something about what you're hearing here from this panel. The big thing that you're hearing from them is the why, and you're going to get that in your EN training. If you've got the inner circle, you can start there listening to audio every day. But, it took a little while for me to get out of my own way and get the right mindset. And it doesn't matter if you get in, all in, or if you just get in and start, you've already started the correct mindset. Write your clarity out. Write your why down. You've heard all these people here talk about their why. Write it down in detail. Sit down and think about what you want to get and why you want it. And, write down dates. Set some goals for yourself. If you watch Amy Starlin's video about when she got her car, and if you haven't seen that, go to my blog page and check it out, because I put her in one of my blogs because it was so heartwarming. And she set a date and a time when she first started and had nothing. She couldn't pay her bills or fix her car that was breaking down. And she got into this with Jordan Schultz, who did some great things for D here with the 10% for the month of February. But, all these people in here are great. They're real. And you listen to her video, and she talks about when she wrote out her clarity and how one of the things she wanted in her life was a new car to drive her children around in safely that wasn't going to break down, that had a warranty. And she picked a date, and she set that out there. She spoke it, and she made it a reality. And then when it became a reality, she was a couple days ahead of schedule. But it's funny how, like, you hear Dave Wood talk about it all the time. They started the Empower Network just off of a vision. I mean, they filmed all those front-end videos before they even started the Empower Network, before it was ever launched. Speak into the universe what you want. Set about daily creating your day as you want it. You can make this happen. I'm making it happen right now, and I'm getting goosebumps again just talking about it, people. Let's go!
Exactly.
Let's rock and roll.
That's the thing too. You know, it's you got your own why. Everybody's got their own why, and just the fact that if you're sitting here still watching us, what is it? Almost an hour into this. You've already got the motivation. You've got what it takes to do this. All it takes is just move 1/2 of a millimeter of a step further and just take it. It's right there. Just reach into the screen. Pull out your credit card. Go to any one of these sites right down here. Get started. You know, hey, I'll pimp for everybody. Just everybody, right? Hey, if you like me, he doesn't like me, but you know, if you know, and D, look, you know, everybody here, just join with somebody, because you know what? That's the person that you're going to be dealing with. You're going to get a call from them. You're going to talk to them. They're right there, and you'll be on their team. So just go ahead, get started with them right now. Don't even mess around, because you know you want to do it. If you're sitting here still watching this and you're not involved, get involved, because it's the time. This is the right time. MWT is new. It's proven, but it's new, and it's got tons and tons of room to go. I mean, and it's unlimited, because it's not just for one thing. It's for I'm done. I'm wound up now. I'm wound up. I don't know. I guess my caffeine I drank before kicked in finally or something.
Clothes are still on, so you're not that wound up.
Of course. So, yeah, and actually, Errol, in continue to your topic, just to make the same idea what you're talking about, and all you guys here in the panel, no? And all the people that is listening, it's just real situation here real quick. Just make a decision. But why? Because this system is proven. It's just a system that's going to automate your Empower Network system. If you are not in, don't worry. Just get the MWT first, and then you're going to learn what to do, basically. And then you're going to see what is Empower Network. Okay? After that, you're going to see that this company, basically Empower Network, what it does, it's going to lift you up from the change of the system. The capitalist system, basically what it does, it's even if you're a professional, it doesn't matter. It's give you low salaries, even if you're earning 100K a year, it doesn't matter. In the end, you're gonna feel the how I can explain you in English. It's imagine if you don't have a career. Imagine that. No, I'm telling you, it's true, Shawn, because it's like, imagine all the people. No, it's like it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what's your career. It's lawyers that they want to jump. Trust me, they want to escape. So this is one of the exits. But why? Because it's lifting the people, releasing your inner badass. That's why in the beginning, when I discovered this company, Power Network, it was like, my God, this is amazing. These two guys, these really are changing the world, changing the spirit of really helping the people. Like this says, no, that want to help people. I really like that, no, that mentality. But the other thing is that these two guys started the company. But why? Because they were suffering, they were enslaved by the system, they were like that. You know how this works, guys. And I don't want to go deep in this, but you know what I mean. So the people that is listening, just open your eyes. It's not a lot of investment. You're gonna have a system that is in a box here, in a computer, in a laptop. You just need a laptop, internet. You just got here, hang out 1-2 hours. The system gonna help you what to do. They're gonna teach you. It's gonna be automated after you learn just the first 10 minutes. My God, well, how much you want? It's like, trust me, guys. It's like I learned the bad way. 7 months going lunch after lunch after lunch, and it's like, my God, how many? I spent a lot in this. After it was like, wow, I found these two guys. And by the way, Perry, I found it in Craigslist. By the way, Craigslist London. Yes.
You found it on
I found it on Craigslist too.
Yes, I found it there. My sponsor is called Jack Rubel. My God, well.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
And I found it was like, wow, it was like these two guys.
Awesome.
And I watched the video, the presentation with Laura Stam, no, in the beginning. It was like, my God.
Mission loophole, I love it.
What I'm seeing, it really, it was like, unbelievable. And then I start, and then 1, 2, 3, until I get the 15K formula, and then it was like, wow. And applying all that, no, already. That, by the way, I like it a lot. Maybe I can talk about it in the next Hangouts, because I think Shawn is gonna make more, no, of this, or Errol, you know.
Of course, yeah.
For creating traffic, all more that, but Shakir Hussein is one of the top earners in Empower Network, and the two the two webinars that he have in the 15K formula, oh my god, for me it's one of the best ones, because he goes direct, where is the business? You just need to put money there and you're gonna have the sales. So it's there. That's what I want to say. And returning to that, just to finish real quick, is that if you really believe in your dreams, and like everyone, just command the universe, get your goal, what you want to do in your life. If you have a job, enjoy it. Like David, he lost his job. Well, it's good. It's people that like his jobs. It's respectable, right? But you can do this part-time and have a Maserati in your parking lot. Why not? You know, why continue suffering? Have a Maserati, Aston Martin here. Go to vacations to Cancun. Buy what? Buy this.
Of the world.
Ray-Ban.
There we go.
How it's fun.
Oh,
Trust me, if I get the Aston Martin style, I won't be on my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, one of the big things for me is my why. I mean, I have reason to quit every day. You know, my computer went down. My mother needs some help. You know, I don't have time. I make time. You know, like I say, I have reasons to quit every day, but when I get to that feeling, that point in my head, I look at my why, and that overcomes everything. You know, so set your mindset, write down your why. Don't quit, people. I'm telling you. I'm looking you straight in the eye. You can do this. There's people in all walks of life that are doing this, no matter what their financial status, their social status, what nationality or race, what religion or belief you have. We all come under the same roof there in Austin, and we all heard the same message, and we all felt the same way, no matter where we came from in our life. We all wept the same tears and had the same belief. Get out of your own way, write down your why, and make it happen, because you can do this. I know you can.
anybody notice a common theme up here?
Yeah, right?
Every single person that is talking is what? They're excited about it. And you know what? I mean, just I was getting a little really wound up before, but I mean, people are. I've seen people actually jump up out of their chairs, and I'm sure when you go to the video, I don't know if Dave's video is still up for that. He's so excited in the middle of it, he just gets up, drops the mic, and he runs over, and jumps in his pool in the middle of a business presentation to get you to sign up with him. You know, I mean, that's just phenomenal. I mean, it's just that exciting, and that sometimes you don't even know why you're excited. But you are. Yeah. And that's the time. You know it's good. Yeah. You know it's good because you don't get excited over things that you don't want to do. Look at everybody here. Who's frowning? Who's down? Who's not smiling on this panel? Everybody. And imagine being in a room, okay, with 4,000 people like this.
All the time.
Smiling.
It was
happy.
Awesome.
Being friendly to each other. Where do you get 4,000 people together? And there was even New Yorkers there, I'm going to tell you. Where do you get 4,000 people together that are going to be smiling and happy? You know what I'm saying? And you're talking about work. Oh, my gosh.
And enjoying it, loving it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And there were new people there that hadn't made a penny yet. And you know what? They had the biggest smiles because they see the potential. They see everything that's going on.
I remember when we were in Austin. Do you remember this, Earl? When we were in Austin and Shaz had this breakthrough moment where she just felt all beaming and gorgeous and happy and powerful, and the next day she was just out walking somewhere in Austin outside of where the event was taking place, and this lady walks up to her and she goes, "Why do you guys all look so happy? And you're all wearing those things around your neck, and they're all different colors, and everybody's got such a nice big smile on their face." And she's like, "Oh, well, check this out." And she got an all-in sale right there. The lady pulled out her credit card on the spot and signed up.
Yeah. Big shout out to Shaz and Rue.
Yeah.
Totally. They miss you on the hangout, brother.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome people. They're like some of our favorite people.
By the way, Errol and
Yes,
Shawn,
sir.
did you invite Chaz for this Google?
Yeah, I did, and Rue answered me that he was having some difficulties. He was dealing with some computer stuff, and then Miss Chaz was in Connecticut stuck. So I'm assuming if she had a computer, she would. But he said she was.
Oh, she's still stuck.
Wow.
Snow and everything. So
30 inches of snow over here.
I know. I was like, snow. No, but obviously she had some sort of connection. She'd be on here in a heartbeat. So it's all good. I mean, I think like we said. Arrows or everyone's kind of saying here is why is the big difference, and or not the big difference, the big common thing amongst us, and everyone's different, has different whys, and that's the beauty of it. And one of the things too is that I'm from Detroit. I live in New York. I'm a very real person. I've been through a lot of shit just like everybody else. And I think when people say, well, what do you mean everyone's walking around happy and that's not real, and you're making all this money and that's not real. The difference is, you guys, seriously, for you out there wondering, how is this system going to make you better? What is Empower Network or all of the above? Is the reason why we're happy is not because everything in our life is perfect. It's because we found a place where we understand that we're around people that want to lift us up and that are going to be there no matter what. And you're not going to find that in a lot of places. And in doing so, we're making money. Our energy is contagious. We want to be together. We want to go hang out. It's not like we have to do this thing and we have to go do. It's like we love it. We're actually happy doing it. And when you're around 4,000 people that it clicks with, you got nothing but smiles, baby. And it's all good. Chicago, it is.
You meet some really cool people that you're probably going to make friends with some of these people that you'll have for life. I know that I feel that way about Dee.
Yeah.
And also, you know what, guys? The idea of Empower Network for the next year, for this year, actually. I mean, this is going to be insane, totally. If I had the possibility to go to Chicago, because I do the visa procedures, right, for entry. Right. So, if I got it before, because I'm waiting for that, will be incredible hang out with you guys.
Oh, I can't wait to see you and meet you there, man. That's going to be great.
Oh, thank you. Will be amazing to meet you. Everyone here, no?
BJ, brush up on my Italian.
Of course, we can talk. Parliamo un po', no?
You have our best thoughts and prayers for your visa to make it to the show.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was all this positive energy to the universe for you, and
just in case
it's gonna happen.
Doesn't come in time. I'll be there for the next one for sure. But
sure. Don't think like that. When it gets here.
Let's look forward to an overseas event, huh? How'd you like to have an event in the UK somewhere? Wouldn't that be
will be incredible? Oh my God, it will be amazing. That actually, it was in London. It was in London, the event, but I wasn't enrolled in Empower Network when that happened.
Let's go to London, Australia.
I know. I keep telling Miss Christina Munoz we'll meet her in Australia. I'm like, you can't come back, but we'll meet you there, girl.
That's right. We'll take it to your house.
Man. She's a hero.
So, all right. I think we maybe see if there's any questions here. I think David, there was something from Miss Linda. A question on the panel there about that. It's a great question because I think she was saying that she's a little confused on if she should focus on the EN team or Money Without The. And I think that's a very valid question because I think, I was already obviously involved in Empower when I got into Money Without The. And at first I was kind of like, okay, am I promoting this or, Money Without The or which one? So I think that's a great question.
It is a really, really good question. It is a question that I get a lot, especially with the Empower Network. If they're with another team, which is great because if you're with a team, that's where you need to be. Especially if you have leaders. Unfortunately, I don't have a team. The gentleman that brought me in, they just, whatever. It is what it is. But if you're with a team, stay with your team because that's Empower Network. That's what it's all about. What MWT basically does is it gives you a platform so all the grunt work can be done. You don't even really have to do anything with MWT. You don't have to promote it if you don't want to. You definitely want to be able to get people involved with MWT because it works hand in hand with Empower Network. In other words, you bring people into MWT, and then they turn around and they get people involved in Empower Network. Now, you can still have your team. You can still have your functions. You can still have your groups and everything, and still have, you know, everything that you're going on with that. But as far as like driving traffic and stuff like that, MWT is your vehicle, you know, to say for that. And with the Twitter intensive program that we have, you don't even have to do anything with your Empower Network team with it. I mean, it works beautifully hand in hand with your team. So, you know, hopefully that answers some of the questions with it. You know, you don't. I mean, I know there's a lot of leaders out there that, especially the big ones, they have their things going and they have their teams, and you know, they're making enough money to where they don't really need MWT. MWT is more for people who are absolutely struggling. They're 1 month away from walking away from Empower Network. They know it works. They know it's, you know, they see the big picture, but just financially they just can't keep doing it. You know, that $125 every month, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. So, you know, you got people that are like right on that verge, and MWT will allow them to be able to, you know, get past that hump basically, and so they can continue on with their path.
I wanted to add something if I could.
Sure.
Okay, so what Dave was talking about, one other thing that I wanted to add was, I know that a lot of people actually don't belong to a team, or they don't know what team they belong to in their upline, because it's really hard to see beyond your sponsor. I was in for over a month and a half before I even found out that I have a team, and I not only have a team, I have a friggin' amazing team. Because
I love that you can know that. I just love that. Now it's like, oh my God, it's actually an amazing team.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know I had a team at all. And so, like, I signed up with, I know, isn't it great? I signed up with Adam Chandler, who is the leads guru. They call him the real deal, and he really is the real deal. He is the guy who taught Dave Wood about leads and how to get to the top of your game. And because of Adam Chandler, Dave Wood went to the top of the MLSP and 3 other companies, and then started Empower Network. And so I just happened to find Adam and sign up under Adam, and he's my success coach. And so he's also my team, because because of him, I'm connected to the team Be the Change, which is Jordan Schultz, who's doing the marketing campaign for my nonprofit org, Amy Starr Allen, who Perry was talking about, just got her new car, and Chris Rush, who's Wood's best friend from Alaska. I mean, this is my team. I feel like so blessed, and I didn't even know. So yeah, I think it's important to stay connected to your team if you have a team, and there are benefits from that I never knew about until recently. And one of the things that I wanted to mention that's so powerful is that when you have a team and they're a good active team, they're going to have weekly hangout calls, and that is to share the vision and to help the people that are in their team, to just give them inspiration and tips, and then to also bring people in who don't know anything about it, to show them the opportunity that they can get into. And so what you can do is you can send out a mailer to all your Facebook groups and tell them about your team call, and give them your affiliate link to that team call, so that when they come to your team call, your team does all the telling and selling for you, and you'll get signups. So that's beautiful. And if you don't have a team, that's okay, because you have us, because we are like a team. And, you know, so people that are like teamless, you're never alone. So, you know, it's going to be fine. But as far as like who to market to, a lot of people are doing split marketing. And so they'll market a certain amount of their leads directly to EN. And a lot of people are doing just Money Without the marketing, because Money Without the really does do all the marketing for us. And so if we do send our leads to them, then they're going to market EN for us, and every level through it. And this is so amazing that Lisa Diane, the amazing copyright writer that she is, she literally wrote autoresponder copyright, 30-day autoresponder for every single level. I didn't know this at first.
Huge.
So that if somebody is just signing into EN, they got in through their marketing system because she wrote an autoresponder for 30 days that got them in. When they get in and they're just at the $25 blogging level, she wrote another 30-day autoresponder completely different from the first one for another 30 days that gets you into the next level. And she did that on throughout the whole line, including Money Without That, including Twitter. I mean, the woman is phenomenal, and she's on our side. And BJ does all the video marketing, and he's phenomenal. And he's on our side. I mean, honestly, like, the amount of love and admiration and respect that I have for BJ for being so instrumental in changing my life, and Lisa Diane, is, like, immense, through the roof, vast, limitless, amazing.
BJ.
Bring it, girlfriend, bring it.
So if I could just add to that real quick too, I'm not alone with David when you know, my sponsor, I think, quit the day after I joined, and you know, and one of the great things that I learned too is just like they tell you, you know, it's an excuse, and you'll have days where you're like, it's not an excuse, this is what happened to me, where's my lead, you know, you'll have those days where you're fighting with yourself, but every time you have a roadblock, it's like Perry says, it's get out of your own way. And guess what? I've never had a team. I've never had one person show me anything, and it's not feel sorry for me. It's like those are going to be things that you experience. You're not going to wake up to this beautiful package. And guess what? You go find a team. I found a team here. I didn't, you know, you sit around and you connect. And as far as who to market to, I feel like it's a great thing to have many different ways to market out there. It's fun being a marketer. You've got a million different options, and like David said, you know, and stay with your team. But I also think too, stay with your empowered team. That's your core where you started if you're already involved. But I would imagine you probably have a lot of people that are just getting started, and bring those people in your team to Money Without That. You know what I mean? And this is also just another team that you're involved with. But as far as if you already started out with one, you know, and stick with them, I agree with that. But I would imagine in the 73,000 people that there's a big chunk of people that are in the learning curve spot, and the world is our oysters. So we're just getting started. So I mean, I'm beyond excited.
When they had all the earners stand up, remember in the room, they had all the earners stand up,
Yeah.
by group. They said 95% of the room stood up. Right?
Yep.
That's unheard of.
We actually have over 100,000 now.
Yes.
Oh, really?
But now this is the thing. With that 95% of people that stood up, now most of them have it. You know, the ones that are earning 10,000, 100,000, whatever a month, they pretty much got it. The ones that are earning like 500 and below, maybe they don't really have it yet. That's who this is for. The people that didn't get to stand up in Austin, they get in on this, and guess what? They're not just standing up in Chicago. Maybe they're the one walking up on the stage and get one of them big old checks and has to fight with customs to get it back to their house, you know, because they ain't letting you on a plane with that thing. I want to find out, but you know, because it's not going to fit in the overhead. But you know what I'm saying? You got to get those people up there to get that check, and there's people that were sitting down that were still excited just to be there. Those are the people that we need to get up on that stage, and that's exactly what this will do for them. That's exactly what Money With It will do for them. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Perry, but go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay, brother. I just wanted to say something real quick. You know, there are a lot of people that didn't plug into a team or didn't plug into the team that they might have heard about after they got in. But what we all have here within the Empower Network and with MWT is an alliance. And I can't remember if it was Dee that coined that phrase for me or if it was Teresa McReynolds, who's my upline, but it was one of those two great women. And they said that, listen, like when I sold my van to get to the Austin event, I had pretty much been down and out, and I sold my vehicle to get there. I just knew I had to get there. They said, you got to set your mindset. I made the decision. I'm going. All I had left was my van, and I went. Once I had that mindset, everything fell into place for me. I walked in there, 2 days of road grime on me from the bus. You know, I'd caught a cold. I'm in sweats, and I walk into this posh hotel, and Jack and Karen, this couple that I met there, walked up to me and started talking. They invited me to stay with them in this posh rental house that they had a few miles from the hotel. They fed me the whole time. They took me out to places. We sat there and we We traded information. That's when I started doing my Craigslist ads, and everything fell into place for me. But we have an alliance. I mean, Jack and Karen, and then Dee, Teresa McReynolds, who got me into the Empower Network on Team Hope. You know, we are all here for each other, and you know, and the other teams welcome you. You know, Jack and Karen belong to Team Take Massive Action with Chris Record, and I didn't have a team party to go to. There was only 2 or 3 people there from my team. One of the great guys, Tommy Rodriguez, but he was busy with his family. Jack and Karen asked Chris Record, hey, can Perry come over to our breakout party? He welcomed me in, let me walk into that room, hear what they had to offer. And, you know, they were there for me. So just remember, if you're not plugged into a great team, you are in a great team. You're in the Empower Network, man, and that is badass, people.
Awesome. Awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, I wasn't going to tell my story, but I guess I have to now because that was pretty good. I actually did not even. I got my ticket for Austin when it was like the 175 level or whatever. Right before they cut it off, before for the contest or whatever. So I got my ticket. I paid the most for it, for one thing. And I actually, yeah, well, I bought my ticket for Chicago. I already have that, so I got that.
Late to never, right?
Yeah,
so,
I'm getting mine tonight.
Yeah, oh, well, I bought mine the night right after the event.
I know, I normally do, but it was so crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So, actually, I did not have a place to stay in Austin, and I did not stay at a place in Austin. I actually drove my vehicle 1,350 miles from Tampa, Florida, all the way to Austin, and I actually spent 3 days in my vehicle.
Wow.
Dude, you could have so crashed in the room we had upstairs. I didn't have any place to stay, but I would have offered you a room, you know?
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm not going to say it was pride or anything. I just didn't ask anybody. But my big thing is I had to get there. I knew it was an event. I knew it was something that changes lives, and that's what Dave and Dave talks about all the time, is you have to go to the events, because not necessarily that it changes your lives, but the way it changes your lives is you meet people, you're able to network, you're able to find out who your team is, you're able to talk to people, see them face to, and when you see people on a computer, that's cool and all and everything, but when you meet them face to face, that is powerful. I mean, that is so powerful. So like I said, anybody new on here, I know we don't have that many. I think we have like 12 or something right now, and they're probably all just MWT members, but still, I'm sure this will probably. Did you record this, Shawn?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this will probably go out later, and so if you do hear this and you are new or you're looking at Empower Network or MWT, whatever you do, make it the goal to get to Chicago. The event will be in April. April 18th, 21st. So it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, buy your tickets now. Dave don't have the hotel information, all that up, but that'll be something that'll come up later. The biggest thing is get your ticket. Get yourself motivated. That's a goal. Make that as a goal. When you buy your ticket, then you're set. You know you have to get to Chicago. So, first of all, get into Empower Network, MWT, and then, but as a goal, please, whatever you have to, get to Chicago. It will change your life.
Amen to that, brother.
Any other questions, Shawn?
I didn't see any other ones. I don't know. I kind of scrolled down. Did you guys? I think that was kind of.
I didn't see. Yeah, like I said, it's not a lot of people on here tonight, so.
That's cool. We're just getting started, and as far as the team goes, there's a lot of people in Money Without That, and it is a great team to be a part of as well. In addition to whatever teams you're involved in, with Empower. And if you're not, here you go. Here we are. So, on that note, I just want to thank all you guys for coming out on last minute. It's good stuff. You guys really inspire me to keep hanging on when life gets a little challenging, so I just really want to thank all of you for jumping on and supporting me and supporting everyone else as well. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting us.
It really makes me feel good to hear from all of you guys every day, as much as we do interact, and it always puts a smile on my face and keeps that cheer in my heart to just keep on, pushing forward, because every day we have a new breakthrough and something to get excited about and to cheer about and to celebrate and just keep on going.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
what
You
it's
know
all
what?
about.
Let me just add one more thing for all of you that will eventually listen to this and catch up to what Money Without is. One of the things I would like to point out too is that the first time we went to Austin, we were just getting started in the pre-launch and all that of Money Without it. But for you that are wondering, what it can do for you as well, the thing is you guys think of how many people are going to be in Chicago. And if you're just getting going in 3 months in Empower Network and Money Without think of how many new people are going to be in Chicago that you can tap into, and then that next 3 months, because it's going to continue to build. So that's the exciting part. And you got a team right here, and we're ready to rock.
Like the system is going now.
Yeah.
This economic
100,000
crisis,
people.
Trust me, it's going to grow more.
And we're
100,000 people already enrolled in Empower Network, and you realize only 500 of us are with MWT right now.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
open
what I'm
door.
saying. This is a heck of a market to get into.
Yep.
Thanks to D for putting most of them there.
Hey, just remember, 100 people with MWT underneath you is $4,700 a month.
Yeah,
That was
Residual.
right.
Every month.
every month.
Every month.
And that's
And
not
it's not that hard to get to 100.
Yeah, and that's not even including Twitter Intensive. That's not even including Empower Network. That's MWT.
Exactly.
Right.
So think about that. You've got 3 programs that you're going to make residual income off of every month. 3, not just 1 program.
There we go.
Get up and dance.
All right, so I guess we'll close out and we'll start with the beautiful D Lake and then go from left to right, just kind of like, should we do maybe, Errol, you're good with, what's our number goal for for Chicago?
Oh, yeah. Let's set some goals here, baby.
Oh,
My
no,
goal.
it's on.
Power Network, I'm putting this out to the universe. You guys are all getting this from me right now live. This is my promise to you all. You will see me on the stage getting a check for $30,000. That's going to be my residual for Chicago.
Woo!
All right.
Right.
Set it.
For that one.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grazie.
My goal for Chicago is to have
Bravo.
generated $15,000 a month residual income.
How much?
15,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll give that a big ol'.
Congratulations.
David.
Franco, what's your goal?
No, guys, I would like to say, trust me, and I'm serious, I would like to say 100K a month. And I'm serious, totally, but it's like, I'm gonna start like Arrow, like D. Like, I think like all of us here and like BJs have in the system MWT, right? That's our goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 20K.
20K.
Not a goal, a
for-
milestone. That's what it is. It's not a goal. We never reach our goals because we don't have goals. We have no limits is what we have. So
Of course,
your
yeah.
milestone for this
Milestone,
thing.
let's call it milestone, yes, you're right.
Yes.
So let's call it the milestone. Then trust me, I'm working for that. And I want to share, once I have some statistics, I want to share some things with people that is making the big money here as well. No? So I'm also using the traffic sources in MWT, right? So I'm also sharing all other things very soon. Well, in the meantime, 20K.
20K.
That's
Nice.
what I'm
yeah.
talking about. Nice.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And I will, trust me, eh?
Absolutely.
I believe in you.
Thank you, and I believe in you guys.
David.
Eric. Oh, David, sorry.
Dave, yeah.
Mine's actually, like I said, my goals are a little bit different probably than everybody else's. My goal is, or my milestone, let me put it that way, because your goals change all the time.
I know.
Yeah, I like
My
that.
milestone for Chicago is, to be realistic, I'm going to say 10,000. To be realistic.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's a goal, or that's a milestone that I do believe people realistically can reach, is $10,000.
Of course. Yes, you can. Of course.
Perry.
I am trying to be realistic, but I've been told that the road let's see, how did they put that? The road to mediocrity is most traveled through being realistic. Maybe I didn't say that right, but being realistic is the most traveled road to mediocrity.
There we go.
But
it made sense either way.
That's not to put anybody down. My first milestone, and I really didn't have one. I mean, on the last Google Hangout, we talked about this a little bit, and this is only my second. I talked to my gal the other night, and I told her I wasn't cutting my hair or shaving my face until I made my first 10 grand online. So my first milestone is $10,000.
Okay. All right. Good.
10,000. Oh, how much? I didn't hear that last number. Sorry. What?
10K.
Nice.
10K. You're right.
Then I'll buy a razor.
I guess that means I'm up. So,
Sure.
you know, I kind of go back and forth with this too because I want to set my standards really high, but I want to make them as realistic. So I kind of teeter-totter on that as well. So my goal, and this isn't just the bandwagon thing. Before I heard Errol's, you know, asking that on different hangouts before, I was saying 10,000. I want to be making by Chicago, and then I heard different, you know, answers, and I was like, well, shoot, I need to amp it up. But for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with my 10,000 by Chicago by April, and I feel like for me, it's realistic. It's still a stretch, and also too, once I get to that level, now I can go, like, I want to take it in increments. You know what I mean? So I'm going with 10,000 for Chicago. I'm going for a red lanyard in April in Chicago as well. So that's kind of my number and goal there.
All right. Good.
You know, I was good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, I was wondering if we could just put out to the room right quick and see what our viewers think. Do they have goals set? Do they want to set some goals? Put your numbers out there to the universe. What do you want by the time you go to Chicago, or by whatever, by next month? You know, what do you want after 90 days, let's say, or whatever? Go ahead and post that in the room. We'll check that right quick. And
yeah, we got Dicia, we got Linda, Jack and Karen. We know that they joined us.
Love Jack and Karen. Hey, I also want to say real quick while we're waiting for that, Errol, every time I see you, man, you're an inspiration to me, brother.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
I think you're awesome, man.
Yeah.
So we should shoot off our milestone rockets into the universe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, Dee, you're right. It's like, it's so great to be on these Hangouts because it's amazing how much Google Hangouts has changed. Not just, you know, all of the big people up there, but just us. Within a month, everyone, you know, not even a month, within a week to a couple, you know, 2 to 3 weeks, people are going to start knowing our names more than they already do. And believe me, the power of video has been amazing. And once you cross over that first, oh my God, analyzing everything about yourself, and then you just start making them, you forgot you even felt like that. You jump over to, I got people coming in from all over the place, India, China, you know, it's amazing. I'm like, how do they know what I'm talking about? They're like, I love what you said about this, or asking me about different people, and the video thing is just sick. And then once you get past, you know, all these Google Hangouts, then you actually meet people, like to meet everyone in person and hang out and hug them and have drinks with them, or not have drinks, whatever you want to do.
I want to have drinks.
Yeah, that's me. I'm just, you know.
I like those
A
chocolate cake cups that
Manhattan.
we were
We
doing.
have a Manhattan in Chicago.
Hell
A
yeah.
mojito, but a Manhattan
That's right.
drink.
Hey, Vince says he wants 20K, and
Vince
Good
is
for
in
you,
the house.
baby. You get it, brother.
Jack Daniels.
you can get
There we
it.
go.
Nice. Yep. So it makes a huge difference when we're all together. It's awesome. I didn't want to leave D. We're like hugging. I'm like, oh my God.
Hey,
I don't want to
talking
go
about
back. I
making
want to
sales.
stay here.
I know.
Talking about making sales all over the world, shout out to Jack and Karen. They made their first Empower Network sale today to a gentleman in India.
India.
Nice. Nice.
Solo ad.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Jack, yeah, so congratulations to them. Get the ball rolling.
I want to shout out a congratulations to Jordan Schultz because he got a mastermind all in today.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's really,
Wow.
really awesome.
That's awesome.
What do we got? 2 more people come in here and gave out their exactly. That's yeah. We had 2 more people come in and say what their goals are. We had excuse me for the way I pronounce your name, Decia Ingalls is 10,000K she's going to be earning.
All right.
And
Nice.
Linda,
Now the people start to
5,000
believe
a
it.
month.
Linda.
And that she said that's 5,000 a month is wild and crazy. My rocket to
So
fun.
Yeah, baby.
That's
That's your spending cash.
there you go. Awesome.
Show me
Thanks
the
for
money.
input, people.
Got your traffic money.
You know why
Absolutely.
BJ is so awesome too for
Show
so
me
many
the
reasons,
money.
but BJ is awesome too. When you get that number, and I have to remind him myself, when you get that number, he's a math money guy. So it's like take that number, take the days. In fact, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Take the days divided by the days divided by the weeks, whatever you gotta do, and keep nailing it down to what do you gotta do per day. So obviously with money without it's easier way to get there because you have residual income coming in. It's not just EN. So that's a faster way. With money without
Got my 2 today, so.
By the way, just a quick tip I want to give you to all you guys, as well for the people that's listening, right? But just a real tip: try to make your work in the computer no more than 3 hours. If you do all you have to do in 3, that's all you need to do. That's how the gurus do it. 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, 2, maybe 3. That's it. Don't stay 6 hours, please. You don't need that. I just want real quick.
Pleasure time.
Just to say, yes, 1, 2. That's it. That's how I do it.
I do about 15 minutes and then 19 hours and 45 minutes of hanging out.
There you go. No, because sometimes you know what? This Facebook thing gets you stay there, and you stay and then again and then again. No, 1, 2. That's it. You close the laptop.
I think
Unless we have this
weekend.
responsibility, right, to really hang out or listen to the calls in the power hour, all that. No, but only 1, 2 hours. That's it.
I totally forgot
And
to eat
rock
last
and roll.
weekend because of that.
No, that's an awesome tip because it's so easy to get sucked in before you know it. It's 5 hours later, and you're like, oh my god. So I think you're more productive, and I think David Wood always says that too. Get up, stretch, don't just get zapped. And it's so hard not to because you get so excited. But I think that's an awesome tip. Good stuff. So.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
also
stay
because
on point.
the system, Money Without is doing all automatically, so you just need to do the Twitter intensive, whatever, all the systems, the strategies, that's all you have to do.
Yeah,
Just bring people to your Money Without the link and learn everything else about Empower as you go. But you want to make money now, just bring them to your Money Without the link and get it going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Remember, all we got to do
Yeah,
is
I agree with Franco.
drive traffic.
That's right. What were you going to say, Dee?
Oh, I'm sorry. I agree with Franco. It's really important to stay on point and wrap up your workday. If you want to spend more time on the computer after that, socializing, or even, making some more effort towards increasing what you're doing, but get the core work, done in a certain amount of time out of the way, and then whatever you do with the rest of your day is up to you.
That's right. That's a great idea.
Ooh, did we lose you?
What happened? What happened?
I wrapped it up.
What happened with the t-shirt?
Yeah, right?
Money Without the clothes.
For those of you who don't
That's
know.
awesome, man.
Oh yeah. Hey, my account
want a
was
t-shirt.
blasted, so that's all gone now.
And Money Without the work.
Money without the
Money
drama.
without the clothes.
Exactly.
Without the
that's a
clothes.
nice one. Money Without the drama.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. I guess we'll wrap it up. It was so awesome hanging out with you.
Good.
You can say
Terry has to go to
our
bed.
final farewell, and I'm sure we'll be doing this again. This is a gangster crew right here.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging with me. And
Awesome time.
yeah. I'm Shawn DiCapo. You can connect with me, message me, and my link is below. And we'll start with Dee. And thanks for hanging with us.
What about David? You keep forgetting David.
Yeah, David, he's all the way over there.
I know.
She's doing ladies first. I get it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand.
My bad.
Yeah, ladies first and then
eating it too. I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, everybody. D. Lake here from Portland, Oregon, and you can connect with me on the link below. You can add me on Facebook. If you have any questions, I'm always there for you.
Because she's badass, heart and soul.
It is, man. I can tell you that.
Okay, David, I guess you can go now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry about
This is Dave Barley in Tampa, Florida, and my link's right below here. Moneywithoutthefear.com, and also on Facebook too. Also, if you have any questions, concerns, anything, just hit me up.
Oh.
Hey, I guess I'll take over after that one. I'm Errol Eaton, Long Island, New York. Should I say Strong Island, New York, yo?
Yeah.
We got, that's me right there. You look me up on Facebook, and I'm eelanding.com. So,
All right.
take it away, Franco.
Thank you. And my name is Franco, guys. You can visit moneywithoutthework.com. And basically, like it says, yes, money without the work. I will let you know all you have to know about that. And the best, you're going to join a company that will lift you up from the system. Basically, if you're sick of a job, just do it. Trust me. Even if you are in a job right now, 3, 4, 5 months, you're going to set free financially, and then you're going to thank me, and you're going to be with us and having a fantastic life. That's it. Thank you.
Perry Trumbull here. You can get me at cashwithease.com. You can also check out my blog page at theempowernetwork.com/Perry_3. Check out my YouTube channel. Make some comments, man, and if you guys shoot me your links, I'll comment on your stuff, leave some posts, and help you all out if you help me out, man.
Nice. We like comments, shares, all that good stuff. All right,
my
guys.
goodness.
So
I
I'm
can't believe I
sure.
almost forgot one thing.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
at MWT on Twitter. Look me up. Tweet me, dudes.
Can I go pee now?
All right, sorry, had to go there.
Yeah.
Good place to go, Errol.
See, we got a gangster up here. You know, just pull it up from the side, and I like it. All right, cool. I gotta tell you.
Sicilian kiss.
So someone, I don't even know how to. I don't want to stop this without doing something wrong. Errol, help me if I want to end this. Just end broadcast. We're good to go.
Just push a button or something. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Broadcast, but say goodbye first. Hey, everybody wave. Everybody give it up. Come on, everybody. Franco wave. All right.
Ciao.
Click us out.
Peace.
Peace.